Show us your tips. Boxing Day preview time. Daggy flying solo, being left in the lurch by the Beaver again, but going to get stuck into two reasonable cards of racing for Boxing Day. Kick off at Caulfield, where the rail is in the true. The track currently is good, but they're about to get pissed on from a great height, I believe, down there for the next 24 hours or so. So I'm working a softish track at Caulfield, so we'll see how the day plays out. Not a bad card, though. Not a bad betting card, which kicks off with an 1,800-metre benchmark 70, where I'm going to start the day with the Gay Waterhouse runner here in Angel Down. Very good last time out, just keep being nabbed by what is potentially a rising horse there in So Glamorous, but pushes forward with Macy Moon here. I think being outside what is potentially a slightly weaker opposition is going to set up well for it to start the day, and I'm going to put it on top from Girls, 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 who is a maiden, but unfurled a nice sprint on debut, and in just missing there, I think up to 1,800 metres, bred to stay, is going to run really well. That horse, I think, has gone on to bolt in again since dealing aces. It has. So they're the two to start the day for me. The second is a 1,400-metre benchmark. So the Beavers with Angel Down, actually. I do have his tips here. In the first, the second Beavers, which is a 1,400-metre race for the girls, benchmark 70. He's with number 7 running on time. But I decided I'll go away from the Material Dreams race, even though I do like the winner there, and look to a couple of freshies here. The first is Botany, who resumes here. Close up in some reasonable races last time. I know might be a bit of a nonny, but sometimes with these nonnies, as we'll call them, fresh is best. And I think first up here, Carleen Heffel taking the ride, I think runs well from Vasia, who's a little bit in the same boat, but again, fresh off a couple of okay trials, and was just nabbed late at a few nice runs last time out. So I'm going to play both around the $8 mark, Botany and Vasilia in the second. The third is a 1,400-metre benchmark 64, and I really like the resumption of Explosive Thinker here. Now pushes forward for Jamie Carr, should just jump, if not outside lead, right on just behind the pace, and meets a race which is basically full of horses stayers resuming, so, or up and goers that aren't really going. So I'm going to put it on top, Explosive Thinker, and I thought the danger actually at a price might be Brooklyn Boss, who was about 30s when I did the form. Resuming, can run well here. The Beavers with number 11, Valois. In the fourth, which is a benchmark 70 over the mile. Plenty of ammo is going to get another 36.5 grand into the kick here when it trots this in. Very nice horse. Very nice wins all the way through, and nothing else here. So it will be winning at about $1.40. The fifth is an 1,100-metre benchmark 70 again. I don't necessarily trust this horse, Mrs. Chrissy, but her best stuff, when it all gets put together, is very good. And leading here for Carleen Heffel again, I think a win. About $3 mark is on top. Same with the Beaver. And if I'm looking for a danger, it's the resuming Hong Kong horse here, Master Montaro, who's trialled really well. All three jump outs have been pretty impressive, and we've seen recently lots of these horses stack up back over to Oz. I'll throw, perhaps for my own sanity, Bluestone Lane and Tax Free Profit in, both crazy odds, and can improve. Have just not had a lot of luck recently. The six is the feature, the Lord Stakes, 1,700-metre listed race, where there are two hopes here. Wells on Zenzella first up at 50s. It would have been nice if she just arrived astride Suda first up, but second up, I think, is maybe best horse. Back on track, and a little bit of cut out of the ground shouldn't hurt too much. It goes on top, but I will cover my stake, if not a bit better, on Ain't No Deal Done, who's airborne. There's 6 weeks between runs, which is a concern, but just depending how the day plays out, I may even swap them. I think they're the two main chances. Beavers with Ain't No Deal Done in the feature. We've got the Christmas Stakes up next, which is a very good little 1,100-metre listed race, and I am siding with Rose Quartz, who grabbed the lead last time out, beat a horse who has a bunch of good form behind it, and Gennady. If it does the same here, I think from gate 3 won't get stuck outside lead, or either jump on leaders back or take up the running, although the James Hailed jumping across from the outside gate is probably more likely to do so and suck across with Sweet Ride on its back. So I suggest it just jumps in behind the pace. All things being equal, I think wins around the $3.80 mark. It's on top from me. And the one I mentioned there, Sweet Ride, I've got the danger. Might just lobby to a lovely 1-1 spot and run well here as well. Really looking forward to seeing Yonce, who's a top horse, come back after a couple of years off. And the Astrologist, just seeing how it stacks back up after its overseas campaigns, but more from a watch and interest point of view for those two. The 8th is a 1,400 metre benchmark, 84, and I will put... I'm going to put River Plate on top. Its trials this time back in have been really good. We know it's best when leading is very good and fresh is its go. So on top for me, and I'm going to make So Risque the main danger, who, again, as it did last time, gets a really good run just behind the pace. And both are around a double-figure mark. I'll have cover both of them. Toronto Terrier is on top for Beaver, and I completely understand why. I'll also throw Space Tracker, who just did not go a yard in the wets last time out, into a quaddie, and I'll throw British Columbia into one as well. So, good little day at Caulfield. I'm going to make for progretracing.com.au my best explosive thinker. Of course, I think, which is race 3, number 4. Of course, I think Plenty of ML will win as well. Race 2, number 2, Botany is my value there. We come up to Randwick, where the rail is in the true. The track is currently a heavy 8 and more rain on the way. So fingers crossed we get through this meeting after what hit the airport and everything out that way yesterday. We'll see how it turns up. Obviously, no scratching through yet. We might be inundated. From what we've got on paper, though, let's get stuck into the first, which is the first 3 races on this card. Wouldn't look out of place at Hawkesbury, to be honest, but we've got a maiden start in today, 1,400 metres. Don't really have an answer here. Beaver's gone with Pure Alpha on top. I was thinking perhaps I could have something on Franz Joseph, who is the Schnitzel in the wet off a big trial win for Gerald Ryan. Might take these up and be hard to run down. The second is a mile maiden. Beaver's with Il Tavere, and I agree with him. Very good last time out. Chased a pretty good one for Tyler Schiller in, first of all, chased Euphoria last time, who had everything go its way there, but... now third up, hard fit, it will run well at a done deal. The danger, Northern Eyes, a little bit turned it up last time coming from Canterbury, but we'll push forward again here, and I think there's a long tail. I think they're the 2 key hopes, as the market suggests. The third is a 1,200 metre maiden, where Beaver's with the blue colours in Hanau, first up. I end up going with Zadaki here. I liked what it did last time out. Chased the blue colours out wide there. Come back and had a beautiful trial since. We'll push forward from... they've mapped it back, actually. Here's Zadaki. Just looking at the Racing New South Wales map, it's different to what I did. But I still think it's a good live chance from Ice Chocolate, who will go forward. And both runs have been good. It has to come away from Canterbury, but likes the fact it's going to be up on pace, and that puts it in the game here. Looking forward to seeing in the flesh. I'll be out there for Beaver's 50th tomorrow. Carpaccio and the Tavachi colt, who's coming down from Queensland, which is interesting, not so common for the Waterhouse team. Maybe the next best there. The fourth is a 1,400 metre benchmark 72, and Beaver's gone with the leader in Very Surreal. I am going to go with Miss Faberge, who all but won last time out, was very good there. Just lobs straight into the 1-1 for Rachel King, and just goes on top. 0 for 2 at the track, but if you actually look into it, one was Chasing Fireburn, the other one wasn't far off Mumbai Jewel, so this is a different grade to that. I'm going to put it on top. Complete Bog might have me nervous. It might not even turn up if that's the case, but one of the better bets on the card if we get slow or better. Fingers crossed. The fifth is a 1,500 metre benchmark 72. Beavers with Atlantic Ocean, number 7. Look, I'm sticking with the Timpanist, who... freshened back to 1,500 metres, paying back in distance, usually a tick. I think that chased an informed horse last time out. Comes here again on a shortish backup, and easily, very easy for you to find, bring some proper metro form here. Look, there are live chances. Sumo Star's going to lead. Oda V's been good in the wet off a win, but I'm going to stick with that proper metro, at least midway form. Race number 6 is a 1,000-metre benchmark 72, where I decided that Oceans 1 has just been trialling really well, and I'm not quite sure out of those trials Mr. Kennedy can turn the tables on him. So I'm going to put Ocean 1's on top, tipping a good day for Rachel King, actually. But it gets through the wet okay. Nice trials. Mr. Kennedy, main danger. Beaver likes Border Patrol for Dylan Gibbons and Adam Duggan. The 7th is the feature, the Group 3 Summer Cup, 2,000 metres. And I'm going to stick with the market here in Lions Roar. Going really well. Its last 3 runs have been good. Just missed in the Ingham last time out. Slight drop in grade here. Suits, and on top for me, I know we've just had Kettle Hill break a 3-year drought. This might do the same in the same couple of days. So it's on top. Danger. I guess Hueto is back from a Group 1. And I thought Deficit might be over the odds down there at 30s on the minimum weight. To wrap the card up for Boxing Day is interesting 1,200 metre benchmark 64, where both Bea and myself are with Bjorn the last Springley. Again, Rachel King. Big day out for her coming tomorrow. Will off a big Kembla Grange win. Comes here, handles the conditions okay. Goes on top. I thought Tannenburg was a big price, as was Desire. Crazy price at 20s, actually. Both of them will go into my quaddie on the afternoon, as will Accredited. So I'll finish wide in the quaddie. I might even throw out a Randwick quaddie here. But Springley on top. Looking forward, as usual, to seeing Dakota Vroom resume wherever it does. But this other Waller runner is a live chance. Randwick quaddie, why not? First leg, race 5. Number 2, Timpanist, 4 O to V, 7 Atlantic Ocean, 8 Sumo Star. Second leg, 2 Prince Invincible, 4 Border Control, 7 Oceans, 1 9 Mr. Kennedy. The feature, we'll go 1 Hueto, 5 Lions Roar, 7 Fujita San, who probably comes out if it's wet, I'd suggest so, and 11 Deficit. And let's come home with 3 Tannenburg, 4 Accredited, 6 Desire, 13 Infancy, 17 Spring Lee, 20 Chili Philly. My best will be race 4, number 4, Faberge, should it be here. And race 8, I thought Tannenburg over the odds around that $10 mark in the last, even though I didn't actually have it on top. That was probably the best value I could find in the afternoon. Anything else out wide? Newcastle tomorrow, just quickly. I think that Egyptologist can run well there in the first. Race 1, number 5. If it gets its head together, it could blow them away. Not much else. Race 5, number 7, Listen to Zoo might be the other bet at Newcastle. Have a fantastic Christmas, guys. If you're watching this, I hope you've had a great time with your friends, families, and loved ones. And we'll be back to do what is potentially our last show with Pro Group Racing next weekend. More information on that. The Beaver will be with us. Have a great end of year, and we'll talk come New Year's. See you guys.